Listen to the wind, it talks. Listen to the silence, it speaks. Listen to your heart, it knows. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries, and you rejoice. Listen to the wind, it talks. Listen to the silence, it speaks. Listen to your heart, it knows. Listen, or your tongue will make you deaf. Only when the last tree has dies, the last river has been poisoned, the last fish has been caught, will we realize we cannot eat money. When the blood in your veins returns to the sea, and the earth in your bones returns to the ground, perhaps then you will remember that this land does not belong to you, it is you who belong to the land. The earth does not belong to man, man belongs to earth. Listen or your tongue will keep you deaf. Native American proverb. If you want to know where you're going, look where your feet are taking you. Give me knowledge, so that I may have kindness for all. Listen or your tongue will keep you deaf. Native American proverb. Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for those who've already been there. I believe much trouble and blood would be saved if we opened our hearts more. His grandfather had often told him that he tried too hard to move trees when a wiser man would walk around them. It was our belief that the love of possessions is a weakness to be overcome. Children must early learn the beauty of generosity. They are taught to give what they prize most, that they may taste the happiness of giving. The Indians in their simplicity literally give away all that they have, to relatives, to guests of other tribes or clans, but above all to the poor and the aged, from whom they can hope for no return. Before our white brothers arrived to make us civilized men, we didn't have any kind of prison. Because of this, we had no delinquents. We had no locks nor keys and therefore among us there were no thieves. When someone was so poor that he couldn't afford a horse, a tent or a blanket, he would, in that case, receive it all as a gift. We were too uncivilized to give great importance to private property. We didn't know any kind of money and consequently, the value of a human being was not determined by his wealth. We had no written laws laid down, no lawyers, no politicians, therefore we were not able to cheat and swindle one another. We were really in bad shape before the white men arrived, and I don't know how to explain how we were able to manage without these fundamental things that, so they tell us, are so necessary for a civilized society. So you make this deal with the gods. You do these dances and they'll send rain and good crops and the whole works? And nothing bad will ever happen. Right. Prayer had always struck me as more or less a glorified attempt at a business transaction. A rain dance even more so. I thought I might finally have offended Lloyd past the point of no return, like stealing the lobster from frozen foods that time, to get myself fired. But Lloyd was just thinking. After a minute he said, "No, it's not like that. It's not making a deal. Bad things can still happen, but you want to try not to cause them to happen. It has to do with keeping things in balance." Really, it's like the spirits have made a deal with us. And what is the deal? I asked. We're on our own. The spirits have been good enough to let us live here and use the utilities, and we're saying, we know how nice you're being. We appreciate the rain, we appreciate the sun, we appreciate the deer we took. Sorry if we messed up. Anything. You've gone to a lot of trouble, and we'll try to be good guests. Like a note you'd send somebody after you stayed in their house. Exactly like that. Thanks for letting me sleep on your couch. I took some beer out of the refrigerator, and I broke a coffee cup. Sorry, I hope it wasn't your favorite one. Treat all men alike. Give them all the same law. Give them all an even chance to live and grow. You might as well expect the rivers to run backward as that any man who is born a free man should be contented when penned up and denied liberty to go where he pleases. We only ask an even chance to live as other men live. We ask to be recognized as men. Let me be a free man, free to travel, free to stop, free to work, free to choose my own. Teachers, free to follow the religion of my fathers, free to think and talk and act for myself. There is a power in nature that man has ignored. And the result has been heartache and pain. Anasazi Foundation, The 7 Paths, Changing One's Way of Walking in the World. I have learned that the point of life's walk is not where or how far I move my feet but how I am moved in my heart. The most beautiful thing in the world is a heart that is changing. Whatever you do to the animals, you do to yourself. No man is as wise as Mother Earth. She has witnessed every human day, every human struggle, every human pain, and every human joy. 4. Native American Proverb Wisdom quotes life-changing motivations.